Well, today on Moxi Monday, guys, what we are taking a look at is custom pages within Moxi Present. So I was looking at, it was my turn to host this week, and I was looking at all of the stuff we've covered over the past few weeks, and Present has been the topic we've spent the least amount of time on. And the reason is because it's also been our most embraced tool. We get reports every month, and our agents, you guys, are using Moxi Present like crazy. It is so cool to see that. And part of it is because it's pretty easy. There's not, once you really get the hang of it and get going, it's really simple to kind of create some really cool presentations. That being said, I still wanted to focus some time on it. So what I wanted to do today was show you guys, not walk you through the whole process of Moxi Present. We've done that before. But I do want to talk about custom pages, because there's a couple different ways we can leverage these custom pages for either listing presentations or even newsletters that we've seen some agents do. So just a reminder, as always, I am currently in Moxi Present. I went to my.schmidtresources.com, and then I clicked on Present right here, right across the top. So that's where I am right now. That's it. Now, when I go in to create a presentation here in a moment, the only other warning I want to give you guys is that mine's going to look a little bit different than yours, because my personal account does not have an MLS association. So you're going to have more options than I will at first, just because I don't have an MLS. I'm not an agent, at least an active one. So what I want to show, though, like I said, are the custom pages and the two different ways we can kind of use those. So what I'm going to do is right here from this main page on Moxi Present, I'm going to click Create New, as if I'm creating a new presentation. So I'm going to click Create New. You can see all of your different types here. Now, non-listing is something we're going to go back to in a few minutes, but I'm just going to pretend I'm making a normal seller presentation. I'm going to click Continue. We have our default template right here for you that you can use. Just a quick note, if you guys didn't know this, Coldwell Banker Corporate also has some, what's the word I'm looking for, templates that you can use as well. So there's a couple other ones to look at here, but honestly, this general one, the one that comes up on your screen first, is going to be good to go. So I'm going to click Continue. I'm going to name it Moxi Monday, March 29, because it makes sense. And again, this is where it would be different. You would have your MLS right here. It would say whatever MLS you are a part of, and then you'd click Create. Mine doesn't say that because no MLS. So we've spent time before on a bunch of trainings going through, picking the listing, putting the information in, searching for, see, I'm not in the MLS. So this is where you'd be able to find your comps and pick those properties, and then work on the estimate slides and stuff like that. And then you'd get to this final tab up here, Pages. Now, just to show you guys again, you look across the top, these are these 5 tabs that we're looking at. For the purposes of this, I'm going straight to Pages, which is the last tab. So, like I said, what we're talking about are custom pages. Now, custom pages in general basically mean anything that is not a preloaded Moxi slide. So all of these slides that you see here, your comparisons, your graphs, those are all from Moxi. With the custom pages, there are 2 things we're going to look at. One of them is something that can help add a little bit more information to your presentations, a little bit more Coldwell or C21 swag, if you will. We in the marketing group, we like to say we like to zhuzh things up, kind of zhuzh it up. So these slides are going to help you zhuzh it up just a little bit. So if you want to add these slides, what I want you to do is click Add Page. This big button right here with the plus, right underneath Presentation. Click Add Page, and these are the 2 things we're going to go over. So the first thing we're going to go over is Add from Library. So I'm just going to click Add from Library right here, and what I want to show you guys is some things that we have preloaded. Now, these report pages are your normal Moxi pages. If you removed a page that you removed on accident, if you remove something that you want to add, this is where you could find those pages, under report pages. But what I want you guys to do, what we're going to look at real quick here, is if you go down on these tabs over here to brokerage pages. Brokerage pages, we have loaded in every single page from the Blue Book and the Black Book, our static listing presentations. Every page from both presentations is right here in these folders. We also have our At a Glance. So just to show you this, and we're working on updating it with new slides. This page here it's called At a Glance for a reason. It's a 1-page glance at a bunch of the information about Schmidt family of companies. So our regions, our agents, our sales volume for 2019 and soon to be 2020, our page views on our websites, all the services that we offer. This is a great thing to have in your presentation just to give your clients an idea about what Schmidt family of companies offers. So if you like this, if you go, hey, this is a great slide, I want to add this into my presentation, all you have to do is click this add button right here with the plus in the upper right corner. I'm going to click add, and it's going to be in my presentation. And then I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to X out of this again. I'm going to click the X over here now on the left. And I'm going to go back to those brokerage pages again. And here they are, the black book and the blue book. So if I click on the blue book pages right here, this folder, everything is in here. I mean, we've even got the cover if you want to have the blue book cover in there. But every page from the blue book is added, and you can pick something about our company core values. You know, maybe if you want to talk about the values of this company and why the family feel is so strong and what that does, the fact that we're part of Real Trends, top 500 brokerages. You could go down to our local reach. Maybe you really want to talk about the regions that we serve. Of course, the Virgin Islands, maybe just like to show off that we have an office in the Virgin Islands. The support team. So every slide from the blue book is here for you in this in Moxi for you to use. And if you ever want to, you know, kind of look at it in full, you can simply open a new tab and go to cbbluebook.com. And that's the link to our digital presentation. So if you don't want to click through each page and stuff, you can simply do this. You can slide through it. Maybe you want the story here, but I'm going to see if I can find one that sounds good here. If I want to do, let's say this one. I'm a big fan of this one. Where buyers search for properties. You might look at that and go, hey, that's actually a really impactful slide. You know, my client already told me that they really want to do a print ad in the paper, but if I show them this, maybe I can convince them that, you know, maybe there's a better use of our marketing efforts. So then I'm going to go back to present, and I'm simply going to look for that page, and here it is right here, where buyers search, right there. So I can click on that. Yep, it's the same page, I got all the same information, and again, I'm just going to click add. And now it's added to my presentation. So all of the blue book, all of the black book pages are in there, and I'm going to go back to pages up here now to kind of refocus, get back to the presentation. And you can see that it added those slides right to the top of my presentation. Now you see where it says cover page and then at a glance and then where buyers search. Now I might think that's perfect. You go, hey, you know what? That's exactly where I wanted it to be. I wanted to kind of lead with that information and then go into their property. But you might decide I actually want to do the flip. You know, I want to lead with their property and then I want to talk about the brand and stuff like that. Because I want to make it about them and then the brand. All you have to do is click and drag. So you can say, hey, I want these at a glance bullet points. Maybe I want to keep that up top, but then I want to move where buyer search toward the bottom. Click, drag all the way down here, and boom, just like that. And so now it's down at the bottom. Live, you don't have to click save, it just automatically does it for you. So that's the first part of it, right? That is where you can, we have custom pages made for you that you can go in and add to your presentations. But I also want to quickly show you guys how you can make your own custom pages. And it's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is click add page right here again. We're going to click that add page. But then it gives you another option, add from library or create new. So we're going to click create new. And you've got two options from here. One, you can upload a PDF page. So if you've got a PDF, maybe it's like a prior marketing asset that you've made that you want to show an example of the kind of marketing you do, you can simply click that button, upload a PDF. Whoops, that's my trash can I hit. Upload a PDF, and then it'll make a custom page for you out of that PDF. However, you can also build a page. So I'm going to click build page right here, and it's going to give us a few options. So what I like about it is that they give you different templates. So the first question you're going to want to ask yourself is, what am I trying to add here? Am I going to just show a video real quick? Am I going to add a couple different slides? You know, what are you trying to add? Because they have different templates here. So I'm just, for the sake of it, I'm going to do this. Let's do this top one right here, actually, where it's got like kind of like a header across the top, and then it's got two blocks underneath. So I'm going to click create, and now I can build this. Now, they gave me these three squares. I can add something, I can remove them. Maybe what I want to do is I want to, actually, if I click this trash can right here, remove that whole row. So now it's just the header. And then I'm going to click the plus right here and add one module. You see that? So I can say I want 2, and watch as I change this number, guys. 3, 4, I can go up to 4 things in one row, and then I can make the sizing a little bit bigger as well as I add more. You can see that they'll split a little bit differently, but we're just going to add 1. I'm going to click OK. So I've got 2 things here. So what I'm going to do for the purposes of this presentation is I'm going to add a header, and then I'm going to add a video. But keep in mind, these are called custom pages for a reason. You can do anything you want. Again, if you've got a bunch of photos that you want to show off, maybe you just want to show an example again of your marketing assets that you do or the photos you do, you can add 4 rows of 4 and just throw a bunch of photos in there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click text. I'm just going to add a header. So I'm going to center the text. This is just like you'd use in Microsoft Word, and I'm going to say Coldwell Banker Virtual Open House. So maybe I want to show off the virtual open house program. So I typed it out. I'm gonna highlight all of it. I'm gonna make it a little bit big, make it bold, and I want to see if I can make it extra large text. There we go. That's a header right there. That's a headline. So Coldwell Banker Virtual Open House. And all I did, guys, was I bolded it. I could unbold it, and I changed the format here to extra large. And you can see you got 6 options for text here. And then you're gonna see what I can add underneath. Text, image, video. You can even add more if you want to, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to add a video. So watch how easy this is to add a video. I clicked the word video, and then it said, give us the URL. That's all you got to do. So I'm going to go in another tab. I'm going to go to cbvirtualopenhouse.com, which is just our where we have our YouTube videos for our virtual open houses. I'm going to pick our most recent Virgin Islands video because, you know, a man can dream. And then I'm simply going to copy and paste this link. Go right up here, right click, copy. Look at that. I mean, come on. Look, hold on, let's play that back for a second. Where's the home? Give us that outside shot. Look at that. I just can't even. So I'm going to right click the link, go back to Moxi Present, and right here I'm literally just going to paste that link in, click add in the bottom here, and boom, there's my video. So this might be what I want. That's it. I've got my headline and I've got my video here. And when I'm going through my presentation, what I could be saying is, hey, this is just an example of the sort of marketing we do complimentary for every listing that I get. Every listing, if I get it, I do a video and we put it in this series. You could add some text underneath it. You know, I could click add right here again. I could add another couple modules. So again, you can make these, I mean, not to be redundant, but a custom page is as custom as you want it to be. Videos, photos, text, PDFs, whatever you have, you can add to a custom page. I'm going to delete that module. I'm going to say that I'm done here, though. This is exactly what I wanted to do. I'm going to click Save, so I can save the page. And then it's going to ask me to name it. So I'm going to call this my CB Virtual Open House page. And then description, USVI Open House. So this right here, guys, is just for you. This is just for your organizational purposes. So you remember what you named it, stuff like that. So I'm just going to say it's the EC Virtual Open House, and the description is USVI Open House video. Whoops. Maybe I'll put the date in there as well, March 27th for the video, just so I can remember which video I used. So I'm going to click Save, and now I've got this page that I can use. So I saved it. I'm going to X out of it now, and it's already been added to my profile for me, or to my presentation. So now I've got this slide here ready to go, but also the next time I go to make a presentation, I can add this slide automatically. I will not have to recreate it. I can simply go to Add Page, Add from Library, I can go to My Pages, and when all is said and done, it will be here under My Pages. Yep, there it is right there at the top, CB Virtual Open House. So when you make a custom page, it will save for the future. So again, it's sometimes it's a little bit of time in the beginning, but moving forward, it's just click, drag, you're good to go. So that is custom pages in a nutshell. There are the ones that we have preloaded that you can add. Whoops, let me go back to this page, I'm sorry. And then you can go in yourself and make any sort of custom page you want that will then save, and you can use it in the future. So does anybody have any questions on those things? Because there's kind of like I want to pause here and then spend just a couple minutes taking it to the 201 level real quick. So does anybody have any questions here about custom pages, what to add, what you can add, what you can't add, stuff like that? And if not, awesome. I just want to take a pause. So nothing's coming in, but I'll continue to check. Oh, there we go. We did get something in. Where did I get that video again? Yep, from YouTube. So all of our virtual open house videos are on YouTube. And I simply went, let me actually write it in the chat so you guys have the link. It actually just went out this morning in Blue Matters Monday. But cbvirtualopenhouse.com is a domain we bought that will bring you right to our open house page. Now, I was using that as an example. You could use any video. Maybe you've got a marketing video that you like. Maybe you want to use the Coldwell Banker guiding you home video. You can throw anything on YouTube you can put in your presentation. Whatever you would prefer. So I kind of want to take it to the next level. But before I do that, I just want to do one announcement in case anyone starts to drop off. Starting in April, which, surprise, surprise, is 2 days away, starting in April, your Moxi team have completely revamped our long-form Moxi training. So we're not Moxi Mondays is staying exactly the same, but in Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, we have a lot of us have done a lot of different Moxi trainings, and it's kind of scattered and sporadic. Okay, Ohio has their trainings now, but Florida's got theirs next. We have made a company-wide training schedule for all of our tech tools. Moxi, social ad engine, I think, some G Suite stuff if you need reminders and upkeep on Gmail and G Suite. And starting in April, those specific classes are offered company-wide. So on the same schedule all the time. So if you check your education calendars for your region, Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, those classes should already be there. There's Zoom links for you to join. They will be every single month. So we've got 101 classes, we've got 201 classes. But if you miss one, it's going to come back around again the next month. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys that announcement to take a look at your training calendars. I know that a lot of our regions even do kind of like training emails that come out. Florida, yours should come out this morning. Like every Monday morning, you should have your training calendar come out. But it's a rotating. I don't know. Why am I bad with English? There's a bunch of us that are training. There are a few of us, myself, Elizabeth, Carrie, Judy. We're all mixing this up and all training on a bunch of this stuff. So we've got 101s, 201s for Engage, for Present. We've got G Suite stuff. We've got some Zap stuff, I believe. So just be on the lookout for those classes and join as you want. So as a bit of a teaser of Engage 201, of Present 201, I want to talk to you very briefly. I'm not going to go into detail on the newsletter part of it. Because what we normally talk about Present as is a listing presentation tool. I'm going on a listing appointment. I want to show off a property, show off some comp, stuff like that. It is perfect for that. However, because of the ability to make custom pages, there's also the capacity to use Moxi Present as your monthly newsletter. Now, there are a couple of catches to this, but there are also a couple of pros. One of the pros here is that if you use Moxi Engage and you have all your clients in Moxi Engage already, then you're not uploading or downloading them anywhere else. They're already in one place. Why not make your newsletters in that same place? Additionally, you've got full customization. I'll show you that in a second. The only downside, if I had to call it a downside, is that you have to trigger it. So, you can't do it automatically, but it's very simple to send it out. And then there's one thing they have to click. So, basically, I want to show you a template here that I believe Judy Luptek, I don't know if Judy's on the call, but kudos to Judy for working on these templates a few months ago. She made a custom template that can be used as a newsletter. So you've got your opening slide here, and she even started with, maybe this is the holiday newsletter. She made it in for Christmas. But then you go down to this newsletter here, and we added a lot of stuff, but the point is that you can add a graphic. We added a blog post here about the magic of Christmas. We added the blue book, another graphic, home searches. All of this stuff can be added, and you can see that she's using Moxi Present as a newsletter. So I just want to very quickly walk you through that because I know we're at the 20-minute mark. You can see they put home searches here and everything. Here's how you would do that, very simply. You'd go to Create New, right up here. Again, just like you're creating a presentation. But instead of clicking Buyer or Seller, we're going to look at that last option that we have here, Non-Listing. And it even says right underneath, presentations aren't just for listings. Create interactive newsletters or marketing pieces using custom pages. So this is where I start to go, like they tell you in school, think outside the box. You've got a live digital tool here that you can load just about any information into. How can you use this? What is this useful for you for? And interactive newsletters are a really cool part of it. So you can click continue here. We've got a default non-listing tool, presentation, which is basically blank. It's got a cover photo and your information. But you can pick from that. And then I'm just going to say, let's call it April newsletter. I'm going to click create. And again, it's going to take me right to those slides here. So I've got my cover page and I've got my profile. And that's all that there is right now. So I've got my bio here and I've got the cover page. But I can add anything now. I can make this a newsletter. I could go to add page. I can make a new one. And I could, let's see, build a page. I could say, it says April newsletter. Maybe I want to add a text up here and talk about, JD's solds for March 2020. And maybe I want to, of course, make that extra large text like we liked earlier. And I want to add some photos down here. Maybe I want to write a little blog, or maybe I want to share a link to a blog or have a video. You can, we'll spend more time in the present class on this, but you can make a newsletter here with any information you want. And the beauty about it is that it's going to be custom from you. I totally understand the desire to automate and to set and forget. I'm the tech guy. That's part of what I always look to do. But the content that works the best when it comes to monthly newsletters is the stuff that you put time into, because people can tell. I promise you people can tell if it's an automated newsletter or if it's something that JD actually wrote. So I could put a little video, maybe, honestly, if it were me, because you guys know how I operate, I'd start with a video. And I would record a little 30 to 45 second message yourself, upload that to YouTube, and start with that. And that's the first thing they see is you. And again, if someone starts to get weary from form newsletters and templated stuff, the second they see you, they're going to know this is not templated because you took the time to record a video. That already makes it the least templated thing that you can make. So you can add your slides here. You can have one slide, you can have two. And then if you want to send it out when you're done, and I know we're skipping over a lot of this right now, when you're done, you go to present, you find the newsletter, it's right there, April newsletter, and if I click these three dots, I can email it. Now, I can send it to just one person. I'm trying to think of any of my clients. You can see that he comes up right there, one of my clients in my Moxi Engage. I can send it directly to him. Or if you've got tags, I think if I put newsletter, I believe this is the account. Yeah, I made a tag in Moxi Engage called newsletter group. And so I can simply click newsletter group, click send, and boom, they're all going to get my newsletter with 2 or 3 clicks. I click email, I pick who I'm going to send it to, and then I click send. And just like that, they now have a custom newsletter from me. So, like I said, this is the 201, but I have so many agents asking me and asking our tech team for newsletter options. They don't like the stuff that you find in Zap. They don't like the stuff you find in CB Desk. So what are my options? Well, BombBomb's an amazing option, and Moxi is an amazing option, and they're two things that we offer with the company. But short of that, it starts to go, well, look for a third party. We know that this company does stuff. We know that this company does stuff. And I've seen it. I get enough newsletters from our agents, and I will get, seriously, the exact same newsletter from 2 different agents in 2 different offices right down the street from each other. So if you don't want that to happen, working on some custom stuff is the way to go. But remember, we've got those social graphics on Schmidt Resources. We've got the blue book and the black book slides in here for you to leverage.